Hey, we're at Goldsboro Fire Department here, the main fire department in downtown Goldsboro. We're talking with Assistant Chief Farfour. I appreciate you speaking with us. Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
sir. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Chief Farfour, let me ask you, this time of year, temperatures are getting colder, and this time of year, of course, winter is right around the corner. Feels like winter now, as a matter of fact. Give me some idea of what people need to be doing to use and be cautious about this time of year when they're trying to heat their homes, especially when the power goes out and they're using auxiliary heat sources and that sort of thing. What do they need to be aware of and doing?
Well, during a power outage or any time a lot of people are burning with wood or gas or other type fuels, they just need to make sure, first of all, that their system's serviced and that it's clean. And actually this morning we went to a fire where someone had dumped ashes from a wood-burning stove and set the leaves in the yard on fire.
They took ashes from a wood-burning stove and put them outside.
Yes, sir.
As dry as it is.
And if you do that, if you have to dump your ashes, we understand that, but make sure that they're cool, put them in a metal pail and fill it with water, and just the necessary precautions if you're putting it outside.
So you need to keep that pail handy and
Yes,
access
sir.
to water handy.
Yes, sir.
Dump the ashes and then make sure they're wet.
That's correct.
All right, that seems pretty simple.
It is simple, and the electric heating devices, if inspect the cords on those, if you feel your cord getting they're going to get warm, but if you feel it getting hot where it's uncomfortable in your hand, you need to stop using those electric devices.
Some of them beginning to have a little age on them, and they tend to crack a little bit. What about the cords that are cracked? Can you just tape them up?
No, sir.
You can't do that.
Especially any electrical appliance, you want to be careful about taping, but especially an electric heater, no.
Absolutely not.
It needs to come out of service at that point.
They use a lot of power, and they're quite powerful, and they're good heat sources until they get a little age on them.
That's correct. And when they get older, they do have a lifespan,
Yeah.
and that's something that you want to update from time to time.
Right. You don't want to have a very old electric heater.
No,
They
sir.
As you say, they do age.
And the elements can burn out in them as well.
Good point. What about kerosene heaters?
Kerosene heaters, they have lost some popularity in the past few years, but the precautions you want to take with those is first, only put kerosene in them.
Thank goodness.
We have that, and people fill them up and they spill the kerosene.
Yeah.
And then when they put the tank back in there, that kerosene can ignite from there. And you want to make sure that you fill them up outside and that you get up any residual that is on that tank before you place it back in.
You don't want to fill your tank inside because, for
No.
one thing, it just smells bad.
Right.
And you want to be careful about that. But I'm a fan of kerosene heaters because it's a warm, really warm heat. But you
is.
have to be extremely careful with them.
It's warm and it's fast. You can
Yes.
warm up a room very quickly
Very
with
quickly.
kerosene. But that is just a few safety precautions, especially the outside. And most of the problems we have is when the closest station doesn't have kerosene, some people may want to put gasoline or mix it a little bit. And that heater's designed to operate with one fuel and one fuel only.
And
That's
the kerosene doesn't burn quite as hot as gasoline. It doesn't ignite quite as fast, does it?
No, it does not ignite as fast. It will burn as hot, but gasoline will burn quickly. And it will spread. It's not going to be contained inside your
Problem
heater.
with using gasoline in a kerosene heater is explosion.
Yes, sir.
It will blow up on you.
It can blow up, and it can. Gasoline is thinner than kerosene,
Yeah.
so there's more chance of a leak as well.
So don't take any chances with that. Certainly never use gasoline in a kerosene heater.
That's correct.
All right, what do you advise about people who are trying to dry their clothing beside a kerosene heater or electric heater, something like that?
Does
that ever happen?
That happens, and not a good idea. People like to put their clothes, get them warm before they put them on sometimes, especially for the kids and that. If you have a dryer, that's your best alternative. If not, I would not advise that at all.
It's not worth the risk, is it?
No, sir.
No, sir. All right, there's something kind of new on the market for the last decade or so, and that's these radiant heaters, these with wood cabinets and that sort of thing. They're pretty nice. But still, that's an electric heater.
They are, and it's an electric heater. Radiant heaters are, people like them because they don't get so hot that it's an absolute danger, but still it's an electric heater with a cord. Some of them are oil-filled, which you need to check to make sure that the oil is not leaking out of there. The oil is generally not flammable, but you don't want that mess on your floor.
No, you
at
certainly
it
don't.
flammable or not. But
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about smoke detectors. I understand smoke detectors actually have a lifespan as well.
yes, sir. Generally speaking, it's 10 years.
Okay.
When you purchase one, it will tell you that particular brand's lifespan. And we recommend, of course, that you change your batteries twice a year. And a good way to remember is when the time changes, is when we try to remind people. But after that smoke detector's been up there, or if you have purchased a house recently that has not had anybody living in it, a lot of times dust, moths, any type of animal, insect can get in there, and that will cause the smoke detectors to malfunction as well. So
Okay.
if you purchased a house that had been lived in previously, I would recommend changing them then as well. Then you know how old
You
they
know
are.
how, yeah. What about smoke detectors that you say changes to 10-year lifespan? Smoke detectors that plug into the electric system of the home.
Yes, sir.
Is that a
There's-
problem?
No, we have not had a big problem with that. A lot of,
Unless the power goes out.
when the power goes out, some of them have battery backups, and we recommend those.
Right.
Now, the building code does call for smoke detectors, and they're all wired together in the
Okay.
home. So if one goes off, all of
They all
them
go
will
off.
go off.
Okay.
And most of those have battery backups. And those batteries, we recommend changing once a year.
Once a year for those batteries.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, the battery operated smoke detector you change when the time changes.
Yes, sir.
Twice a year. All right. Any final words for our people out there?
Well, we hope everybody has a safe and a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. I hear, the fire department's relatively close to the courthouse, and I hear you guys going out all the time, and I can't help but wonder who's in trouble now, because and regardless of the temperature, whether it's freezing or whether it's raining or whether it's hurricane or whatever it is, you guys have to go out anyway.
Yes, sir. And that's part of the job.
Part of the job.
We are literally 24/7.
That you are indeed. We're very proud of you. You do a wonderful
Well,
job,
thank you.
and you and Chief Whaley and all the fire department personnel and staff, you do a great job.
Well,
Thank you so much.
We're glad to do it.
All right, Chief Assistant Chief Farfour here, Goldsboro Fire Department. Thank you, sir.